Good morning. Welcome to the Ferrum.com Coaches Show. I'm here with Nate Yetzer and wrestler Justin Zimmerman, 133-pounder for the Ferrum Panther wrestling team. And glad to have you this morning, fellas.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, my name's Dave Newcombe. Did I say that? I guess I should introduce myself, too. Been a lot of exciting wrestling going on here, Coach. And, and for a first-year program, I think we've fared pretty well.
Yeah, right now we're wrestling really good. You know, we just got to keep that going, and the most important part of the year is in February. But I think we're wrestling really well right now, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Boy, it's exciting. You know, you build this program, you start the program, you bring in these guys. You have no idea; they're all new. Everything's new. You know, you redo a building, and you know, you have a new mat. All these things, and so it's kind of a roll of the dice, but things have gone pretty well. Let's talk about the second part of the season, or since January. You had started with the Virginia Duels, and you went 3-1 in that program. How did that go?
Well, I mean, our guys wrestled really good, and I think they responded to the training. We brought them back on the 26th of December, the day after Christmas, and guys, a lot of guys, obviously. All their buddies are still home. Their families are home. It's cold out. They don't want to. They didn't want to be back here, by themselves. But this is what happens when you come back. You train hard, and you start to have some success. And I think the guys see that, and it's rolling. Now we're rolling along here. So.
Yeah. So Justin, it's you. It's the women's basketball team, men's basketball team, and the wrestling team here in January or December, actually, day after Christmas. Justin, talk about where you're from and how you got to Ferrum College.
Well, I'm from Savannah County, Virginia, near UVA, and I was pretty much at a wrestling camp over summer with one of my friends, and I ended up meeting Coach Yetzer. He was running part of the camp, and I immediately just liked the way he was coaching, liked the way he was running things, and he showed some interest, which was something like other coaches hadn't done. So I decided to come on and visit, and just fell in love with the place.
Yeah, he probably had a pretty good career at Fluvanna High School there as a wrestler, I would think, to be recruited.
It was all right. I mean, everybody hopes to do better than what they've already done, but it was all right.
Yeah, what do you think of Ferrum College thus far? What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in health science.
Good.
The place is great. Just the way everything is, how it's small.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everybody.
Yeah, so you enjoy that aspect of things. And, I noticed, Justin, that the wrestling team is tight. You're together in the cafeteria. You're practicing together. And so there seems to be a bond. Am I correct in seeing that?
Oh, yes. We're always together. We're always doing stuff outside of practice, and then, just being in the caf or studying together. We're going out, going to the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, how's the studying going?
Pretty good so far.
Right.
Better than the first semester.
College isn't easy.
It is for him so far. Like a 3.7 or something.
Oh, good. So that's why you're sitting there. You're one of the real bright ones, and we do have some guys that really do well academically.
Yeah, generally, our best guys on the team, to be honest with you, the guys that are wrestling the best. To be honest with you, the guys who are our best students right now. There's no coincidence, you know what I mean? And they're not mutually exclusive. You can be good at both, and a lot of times I think they go hand in hand. And I don't know, 5 or 6 best guys on our team right now are 5 or 6 best students. So there's no coincidence in that, I think.
Yeah, it takes a lot of desire to be a good wrestler and a lot of desire to be a good student.
Absolutely.
It's all want to. As we used to say, you got to want to. And you got to be tough. And in the classroom, you got to be tough on the wrestling mat.
Absolutely. I think that's why they are so tight knit. Is because it's wrestling's a different sport. It's I don't want to say it's special, but in a way it is. Because there's so many. It's hard. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's really hard. And and I think. I guess that forms a bigger bond between these guys. I think they're all brothers, and for the most part, there's times where they want to beat each other up, and there's a time and place for that, and it's good. It's good to have that. Yeah, but, exactly. But for the most part, I think they're all pretty tight knit, and they're starting to figure out they have to hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? And I think that's how you're going to become a really good team. So.
Right, and you got some leaders, and you have to have freshmen, be leaders, and we talked about that last time with Jamie Carr, and he's a decent student.
Yeah, absolutely, he's a great student. Yeah,
he's a good student. He's an Army guy. You know, he's in the Army. Has to miss some matches because he's serving our country.
Right, absolutely.
And that's pretty cool. All right. Well, there was a lot of talk about the Builder Open and the excitement there against Liberty. Was that at the Builder Open?
No, that was.
I'm sorry. That was at the Duels.
That was Duels. Yeah,
that was at the Duels. Talk about what happened. I don't know whoever wants to talk about.
Match?
Yeah, at the Liberty.
Duels.
The Liberty match. We were behind.
It was intense. I think both times it came down to Tate Delaney. He needed to get a pin for us.
Big old Tate, 285.
He came through. He pulled through for us. It was great. Everybody on the team came together. We were cheering for each other. It was great. It was really close race.
So we won 3 of the 4 duels. Lost to the team that we're going to wrestle on Friday night, which we want to pack the house for that and have another standing room only crowd like we had last time, and that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So last week at the Builder Open, we had 3 champions, and we won the tournament.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
So
won by like 40 points, I believe. So guys did it. I mean,
we dominated.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's probably a good word for it. Yeah, we had 3 champs. Robert Cunningham at 25. I don't think he got a point scored on him all day. Wrestled really good, and there was really no question. I mean, I think he went 4-0 or 3-0, and did a great job. And as this, obviously being a freshman, that's his first tournament title. And Justin Zimmerman won it at 33.
Right.
Not
Way
really,
to go, Justin.
Yeah, not really a close match either. I don't think he really. I mean, the finals was kind of close for a little bit, but then he kind of opened it up at the end a little bit. I think he beat him by 6 or 7 points.
You were the 2nd seed in the tournament, or first? Or?
I believe so.
Yeah, and Cunningham was the 1st seed.
Yep.
And then you got a guy unseeded.
Right, Paul.
Wasn't even seeded.
Yep. He wasn't even our starter. To be honest with you. And he won, I think he won 4. I think he won 4 and beat Logan Smith. Our guy bumped up to 49. He was our 41 pound, one of our 41 pounders. And then he beat Josh Lancaster in the finals, who was our starter 49 pounder. And now the door's open. I don't know who's going to be the starter there. And we'll see. Both guys are going to weigh in, and we'll just kind of go from there and see what happens.
So Paul Biggs, I think he likes when the lights are on. I think he likes to when the going gets tough. That's when he wrestles the best.
We'll see.
I don't know.
See.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See.
That's what I like about Coach. He's challenging his guys, right? Constantly challenging everybody. And your assistant coach, Brandon Bradley, is a Pembroke guy. So, I mean, that's where he graduated from college. So he'll be excited this Friday night when his old school comes in, but he's going to want to beat him bad.
His best friend's assistant there too, we may have them scrap afterwards.
Right.
Brand's a little bigger than he is.
Feature match.
Brand's a little bigger than him. I think Brandon could take it.
There you go. Feature match. That would be good.
It is blackout night, Dave.
Yeah,
we
blackout
encourage people to wear black.
Wear black.
Just to kind of be united, I guess.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
First I think 50 people at the door get a free T-shirt as well, and
I know what that T-shirt says. Can I tell them?
Well, that's our special T-shirt. We're going to hand those out throughout the night.
Oh, okay.
You can get you can order one if you want and buy one, or we're going to hand some out during the evening. Some special people are going to get them, and we'll probably just throw them out randomly too. So.
Well, I've talked to a few of the Franklin County wrestlers and alumni wrestlers, and hopefully they're going to come in mass.
Yeah.
And, get a lot of local people who really enjoy wrestling, and what a sport. It's really a lot of fun to have this at Ferrum, and it's exciting. And this is only our 2nd home dual meet, so
right, exactly. 7 p.m. sharp, Sports Gym. Yep.
Yeah. Now we have a match in Wheaton, Illinois. Tell us about that coming up.
Well, it's called the Pete Wilson Invitational. It's kind of like the Division III Midlands, kind of. It's right outside Chicago.
Right.
We're going to leave on a Wednesday, come back on a Sunday night. It's about 11 and a half hour drive, I think. And you got I think, I don't know, 7 out of the top 10 teams Division III in the country there.
Wow.
So we'll get a kind of a good feel where we are as a team, and But our guys can compete with that. The first part of the year people don't realize is we were competing with Division II schools, scholarship athletes, and Division I and NAIA, scholarship athletes, and so I think our guys are prepared. There's a reason I set up the schedule this way, so we could. I wanted to get us get challenged early on. See, it was actually tough, and it was willing to work, and that's why the first tournaments were probably two of the toughest tournaments we wrestled all year. To be honest with you. And obviously this one's, I guess, the step in that same direction, and I think right now we're wrestling really well, and I think we're excited to get up there.
So we'll be able to go out there and compete.
No doubt, there's no doubt in my mind we can compete with them.
Great.
The guys got to believe that though, just because it's a big tournament. And most guys have wrestled. Justin's wrestling bigger tournaments. It's nothing new. It's just the same thing. You got to treat it as that. So.
Yeah. So then we look down the road. We have the regionals, NCAA regionals, which is big, and that's in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Wilkes-Barre, yep. King's College.
The heart of that's in my neck of the woods there, the heart of wrestling country.
Yep, absolutely.
There. Yeah, and then so if our guys qualify for the nationals, then they'll go to nationals.
Yep. The tournament's one day. It's Sunday. And the top 3 from the regional make it to the nationals. So tough tournament. About 19 or 20 teams in there.
Yeah.
7 or 8 of them are pretty bad, but the rest of them are really good. Top 25 teams. So.
Right. Yeah. And where are nationals held?
Nationals are held in Iowa.
Oh wow, Cedar Rapids. That's right.
Cedar Rapids. Yeah.
That's
great.
That might be the heart. That might be the heart of wrestling.
I'm just hoping guys don't just go 0-2 a regional just so they don't have to go to Iowa.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. We'll fly.
Right.
Obviously, we're gonna fly.
Yeah. If you're good enough to make the NCAA, you get to fly.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, is there anything I missed in asking you questions? Our director producer Gary Holden, who's really. People don't know what he's done for this college, not only in all other sports, but in wrestling.
Yep.
He's been a great asset to you.
Ambassador too, great ambassador for the sport in general. So
he loves the sport. And,
yep.
Was a great coach, in Division III, and came here and we've talked about wrestling since he came in '91, and it finally came true. So,
right, absolutely.
So it's so exciting.
It was an effort from a lot of great people.
Right.
I mean, and Gary, I think, spearheaded it all. But I think, and to be honest with you, guys like Justin Zimmerman, to be honest with you, we brought in 55 guys last year. A large part of that was, getting Justin. I think him and a couple other guys.
Right.
I think it steamrolled off that because Justin has the pulse of the wrestling community, especially in Richmond area, Charlottesville area, and I think he brought a lot of guys with him. To be honest with you, and it's one thing I tell recruits, especially one that's got a great personality like Justin. That hey, once you commit, I do think, it'll steamroll. We'll get other guys committing as well because it's kids want to be a part of something special, but they also want to be a part of something that they can. So the brothers, the guys they can hang out with and get along with, have the same kind of philosophy they do, and. Justin was, to be honest, he was my best recruiter last year. He brought a lot of people with him.
Great.
It's
well, that's helpful. And the Richmond area has pretty good wrestling.
Not bad. It's not bad. Right, but that's where we get the majority of our kids right now. We're trying to extend to the beach a little bit up at DC. So we're getting there.
Eventually into Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We have we're on a couple kids from Pennsylvania right now. It's just hard. They have a lot of choices up there, so it's really hard to bring.
Do.
Yeah, I mean it's just
a lot of choices. Exactly. Get them down here in the warm country.
Yeah, exactly. Wait till April. I'm gonna wait till April. So.
Yeah, exactly, and bring them down. But Justin, maybe in 20 years, and you're bringing your family back here, you can think with pride that you were one of the founders, one of the pioneers of this wrestling program, and that's something.
This guy's gonna take my job, probably.
Right.
He knows more wrestling than I know.
Good. Maybe you'll be the coach at some point. That would be fun.
Yeah. You'll be running the ship. I'll just be one of the old assistants. Walking around taking coffees.
Right. Making coffees. They probably won't have coffees. But Well, thanks for being a good student. I think that's so important, and that's such a big thing in terms of role modeling for the rest of the team. And, go get them on Friday, tomorrow night. It'll be 7:30, Schwartz Gym.
7 o'clock, George Gym.
7 o'clock,
7 p.m.
George Gym.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
And, yeah, get there early so you get a T-shirt and bring your friends. We want to pack the house as we did last time.
We'll have a lot of giveaways
get there
during the
early
match.
so you get a seat. Because if it's like last time, there were a lot of people standing that didn't have a seat.
And the doors will open up a little early so people don't stand outside and be cold.
Right.
So
now next Thursday we'll have Bill Tharp, our head men's basketball coach, on, and hopefully a student athlete, one of our basketball guys, like we did today with Justin. We enjoy having the student athletes on, and good luck Friday, and good luck for the rest of the season. And until next Thursday, this is Dave Newcombe saying so long.